Don't watch me, watch Nolazine TV. It's the best video ever and subscribe to it.
What's happening with us, Dinero? You're not watching Nolazine TV. Stop playing. Okay. You hear me?
I got you. So, like this was one, long time coming.
You already know.
So like, for everybody who don't know, tell everybody, what do you do?
So currently, I have a health and wellness company called Ascent Blends, which we're located right now at the Penthian Market, 234 Loyola Avenue. Our hours of operation are from 11 to 3 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Help yourself, you know what I'm talking about?
Okay. So if some people might know you for being one rapper. If some people might know you from working out, you are a man that actually wear so many hats.
Mm-hmm.
So just tell everybody. Well, we're gonna bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, what influenced you to actually become one rapper?
Well, number one, being from this city, this culture is heavily influenced with music and rhythm and things of that nature. I played in the band, participated in second line clubs, grew up, my neighborhood is the 5th Ward section of New Orleans, so Super Sunday starts right there. So it was just my parents were into singing and into doing music, and it just became a part of me, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the things I love doing, you know?
Okay. So far as growing up and actually being from the 5th Ward, can you name some artists in your city? Inspired you?
Yeah, of course, the Soldier Slims, the Cash Money, the No Limit for sure. A lot of bounce music from PNC. The list goes on and on. I really was into our culture, especially growing up as a kid, because that's all we had was DJs, second lines. That was a normalcy every weekend, any given day in any community you go to. So I was always pounded that in my head and always loved it and always got influenced by that. And I did a lot of marketing and stuff when I was in junior high school, going into high school. So music was just a part of me, man. It's just something that'll never go away. I'll do it till I'm 80 years old or something, you know what I'm saying? Yep.
Okay. So being one, full-time entrepreneur, as far as being young, did you always have that entrepreneur ways in you?
Yeah, definitely. Since God knows when, you know what I'm saying? I've always managed to hustle something, be exposed to trying to make something out of nothing, being around entrepreneurs as a kid. And so it was just something I was around, and that something became of me. And here I am now, till this day, still thriving and still pushing and trying to create a better way for me, mine, and others, and set an example of, you can do something else, you can be something else than what they project us to be, you know what I'm saying? And so that influenced me coming up, just being a hustler and carrying it in many ways,
Okay. So when did you actually create this business?
This is about 5 years ago. Just briefly, I was riding on my scooter in my neighborhood in the 5th Ward, and I saw a building that was for lease. And I just was like, damn, man, this could be a juice bar, And I didn't even have a name of a company. I didn't even have an ingredient, any of that. But that's what the idea was sparked at. And I looked into it, and I wasn't able to get the building at the time, whatever. And so I was working in a nonprofit too around this time, and they were like, yo, why don't you just start by headquarters, by the barbershop where you always, at, and that seems to be a good starting point. I was like, you know what, that's a good idea. And so I just started creating smoothies and making my own ingredients at the crib. Then I went to the barbershop by headquarters, which is in my neighborhood, and it started from headquarters barbershop on the sidewalk, being out there every day consistently, giving our people a healthy option, which we don't have. I don't know if y'all know, but pretty sure y'all know, but New Orleans is one of the most unhealthiest cities in the country. So I did it 5 years ago, started 5 years, going on 5 years now, and now we're in the Penthian Market. And yeah, man, I had to start by starting. I always say that to everybody. And I want to be different. I always strive to be different, do something that nobody's doing, do what they don't, And now we're here and we're growing. I feel like I'm just getting started with this. I've been getting a lot of support. A lot of people been detoxing over here, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people been getting influenced from me, from having a product and bringing it to the community, you know what I'm saying? That was a difference, and I'm a trusted brand. I love doing this, you know what I'm saying? And it's something that we need. So, yeah.
So how did you actually, come up, with the name?
I ain't gonna lie to you, my sister came up with the word Ascent, and my homie told me to do the blends because it wasn't just about the smoothie. It was more about having more things than just a smoothie, you know what I'm saying? And I want to scale a company more than just a smoothie, but a smoothie was the base of it. And so I put both of those together when they told me about it, and it became Ascent Blends. And Ascent means to uprise, to go forward, to go up, you know? And that's what we want to do, you know?
Okay. Also, what's the ultimate goal for your company?
Well, just to be the new face in the health and wellness industry, a new brand, new cool brand, a brand that cares for you, a quality of products, and bringing it to areas that's not really aware of being health conscious, and sparking interest in that area, because the whole down south, you know, we're used to these traditional meals, these traditional eatings, and
diabetes.
And it causes hypertension, diabetes, blood pressure, especially in our black community. And that's because we don't have these options around as much as other ethnicities, you know, other people have, you know what I'm saying? So I think just bringing it to certain areas and sparking interest and making it cool too, you know what I'm saying? And that's my goal, you know, to spread it throughout the country, you know? One smooth at a time.
Hey, but that was actually my next question. Do you plan on franchising?
Duplicate, yeah. Well, I mean, I can't. Yeah, of course I want to, but I think, you know, keeping it at a nice pace, because you know a lot of people be like, man, you need to franchise, you need to do this, you need to do that. You know, you have to be prepared to scale. You know what I'm saying? You have to be prepared to scale, and you know, it's a process. You know, and whatever comes with this and however it goes, it's going to happen. I'm not one to really be like, yeah, I want 1,000 stores all over. I mean, realistically, if they start opening up all over this country, that's what we want, you know? But I also want to mandate what I have now, you know, and be able to, you know, thrive off of this.
Also, how do you, advertise, your business?
So, one of my heaviest outlets has been social media, which has been Instagram for me, personally, because you get to see me use my products, work out every day. So I get a lot of people who tend to come to my page and get inspiration and get inspired, and maybe just want to come over and grab a smoothie because of they see me doing the work and working and making healthy options while I'm doing it. So I think Instagram was a big one for me, you know, coming up at my time through marketing with my company. And you can follow us at Ascent Blends on IG. If you need any questions, DM me. I got you.
I got you. So, also how many? How many employees do you have?
Right now it's me, and I have maybe like my sister or somebody else may come in. But right now it's just been me holding it down. You know, especially through this pandemic, it's been crazy. A lot of businesses have been shutting down. A lot of people, even in this market, you have a lot of vendors who've left, man, you know, because it's tough, man. It's definitely tough. But I'm keeping my doors open. I'm doing what it takes, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta keep your mind strong no matter what's going on, and we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna give these people a healthy option, you know?
And so how has the pandemic affected your business?
Right. So definitely, you know, this market, we're located in the CBD area, and we thrive off of tourism. We thrive off of a lot of city workers, you know, from your RTA to your city hall, which is right across the street, the hotel next door, the Holiday Inn, and all the hotels and stuff like that. And so that slowed down a lot, right? Especially when it happened. But the flip side for me was that people needed a healthier option during the pandemic. So I was able to sustain a little bit, you know, because of this is something that people needed, you know, this was essential. So we kept our doors open. We never closed during the pandemic. We did a lot of curbside stuff, and you know, we had to fight it out, and we still fighting it out, you know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
Yep.
Also, what are some of your responsibilities as one business owner?
Man, making sure I have a quality of product, getting it to the people. That's been a challenging thing, dealing with a lot of restrictions and staying open. That's a big responsibility, man, because if I ain't open, I can't get nothing to y'all, and I'm not making no money, and I'm not giving y'all healthy options. So my biggest responsibility was remaining open throughout all this, and which has been challenging, Like I said earlier, like a lot of people weren't able to sustain through this time, because of rent may be too high, maybe it's not working out, you know what I'm saying, because high staff, it doesn't, the cost to open up a business may be not worth it for these people, you know what I'm saying? So that was my thing, was I had to stay open and fight through it,
Okay. And I'm also, but last but not least, I'm gonna tell everybody, I'm like, what can they find you on social media? Yeah.
Yeah, so again, my social media is at Dinero Goon, at DINEROGOON, and the business page is at Ascent Blends, ASCENT Follow us, help yourself, do what they don't, and remember, open your mind before your mouth. Nolazine TV, I'm out here.
Oh, wait a minute. Nolazine make them hoes scream. You understand me? You want a t-shirt? You want a half a wife beater with a hole in it? You want a pair of short pants with 6 holes in it with all your coochie hanging out on the side? Holla at your people, baby. Singular way, you understand me? Lightning cock on this BLOCK, you understand me? A beautiful day.